Imagine a persistent, untraceable sound. A hum, faint but omnipresent, like the distant drone of an engine reverberating through the air. In the small, quiet town of Taos, New Mexico, this phenomenon, known as the Taos hum, has baffled residents for decades. Only a select group of people can hear it. To those affected, it's inescapable, haunting, and sometimes maddening. To others, it's as if it doesn't exist at all. Scientific investigations have combed through the landscape with ultra-sensitive microphones, geophones, and electromagnetic sensors. Teams have trekked through fields, forests, and neighborhoods trying to locate any mechanical, geological, or industrial culprit. Audio specialists have surveyed frequencies and environmental sounds. Neurologists have searched for patterns in the listeners' brains, hoping to pinpoint a unique sensitivity or psychological explanation. Yet, the source remains elusive, neither verifiable nor understood. Some say the hum is a mass delusion, its presence perpetuated through suggestion and anxiety. Others claim it must be a natural resonance caused by wind, tectonic activity, or the byproducts of civilization. And yet, the Taos hum persists, irreducible to mere imagination, but impossible to capture or quantify. Is it the Earth itself, humming beneath us? Is it a symptom of an unknown phenomenon, a glitch in human perception? Or perhaps, just perhaps, an enigma that slips forever through science's grasp? Thousands of miles from Taos, in a German forest, another ripple of the inexplicable occurred in 2018. Hundreds of crows, perfectly healthy one moment, fell from the sky, lifeless and untouched by any visible cause. Necropsies found no toxins, no infections, no wounds. Post-mortem analyses yielded only questions. What could have killed so many birds so suddenly and silently? Whispers about electromagnetic fields, sonic attacks, or weapons tests spread among locals and experts, but none matched the evidence. Some tried to link the event to changes in planetary magnetism or secret military exercises, but nothing could be proved. Nature loves her mysteries, but this one was particularly chilling. It was as if an invisible hand had swept the crows out of the sky, leaving only speculation and a carpet of black feathers behind. These stories invite the question, are we witnesses to merely what we can explain? Or is reality full of phenomena beyond the reach of science? At least, for now. Perhaps no enigma embodies this sense of perpetual puzzle more than the Voynich manuscript. Discovered in the early 20th century, this intricately illustrated tome, now housed at Yale's Beinecke Rare Book and Manuscript Library, is written in a script unlike any language known to humankind. Analysis from linguists, cryptographers, and modern artificial intelligence has turned up nothing. The manuscript remains indecipherable. The plants detailed within are alien to our botany, the astronomical diagrams are unplaceable, and the dense, flowing script follows internal logic and grammar, just not any that we've ever seen. The author remains unknown, as does the purpose. Is it a lost language and forgotten knowledge, an alchemical treatise, or an elaborate hoax? After centuries of analysis and technological advancement, the Voynich manuscript stands as a testament to the limits of understanding, a volume shrouded in lush green ink, its secrets locked away by time. The modern age, too, is not immune to mysteries that defy easy explanation. In 2014, Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur for Beijing, carrying 239 souls. Somewhere over a remote stretch of ocean, it vanished from radar. Communications lapsing into silence, its transponders switching off, making the airliner all but invisible. Subsequent satellite data revealed that the plane had altered its course dramatically and flown for hours on an unknown trajectory, eventually dropping out of all detection. Search teams scoured oceans, mapped seabeds, and studied currents, recovering only a handful of debris, whose existence confirmed only that it was gone, not where or why. Advances in aviation technology and tracking, international cooperation, and the collective expertise of the world's best investigators have still not revealed the full truth. Sabotage, catastrophic malfunction, conspiracy, all remain plausible, but none is definitively proven. In an era when global flight should be utterly traceable, MH370's disappearance is a sobering reminder that vast stretches of our world and our understanding remain in the dark. Not all mysteries are about disappearance. Some are about discovery and about achievements that seem to emerge from the impossible. In 1901, divers exploring the wreck of an ancient Roman ship off the coast of the Greek island Antikythera found, buried in coral and thyme, a clump of corroded gear wheels and dials. Restored and painstakingly studied, this artifact, the Antikythera mechanism, revealed itself as a complex astronomical calculator built over 2 millennia ago. The mechanism could accurately model the celestial movements of the sun, moon, and planets, predicting eclipses and astronomical cycles with a sophistication inexplicable for its supposed era. X-rays and computer modeling have shown internal gears, ratios, and design principles centuries ahead of their time. No records exist of who built it or why, nor of any similar devices surviving from antiquity. Had a single genius unlocked mechanical secrets that were lost for generations, or was it the product of a forgotten tradition, a technology that flickered briefly and vanished? The secrets of the Antikythera mechanism lie nestled in rust, waiting for someone to piece together the full breadth of ancient genius and explain why it vanished from history as suddenly as it appeared. The world's landscapes themselves hide puzzles that challenge our ideas about ancient capabilities. Deep within the rainforests of Costa Rica, explorers stumbled upon hundreds of perfectly spherical stone balls, some as small as a child's palm, others over 2 meters in diameter and weighing many tons. The spheres are remarkable in their precision, crafted by people without access to metal tools, the wheel, or written records. Questions abound. How did craftsmen shape hundreds of massive stones to such perfection? What do these spheres mark? Astronomical alignments, ceremonial centers, boundaries? Or do their roles elude all current interpretation? Markers for rituals or beliefs so long lost they're beyond even speculation. Centuries after the spheres were carved and placed, their creation is still shrouded in obscurity, an echo of a civilization that spoke to the universe with silence and stone. Turning from the anonymous hands of ancient artisans to one singular figure, the story of Götz von Berlichingen unfolds, a tale blending medieval velour with a technological anomaly. This 16th-century German knight, after losing his right hand in combat, commissioned the forging of a mechanical hand unlike anything known at the time. Constructed of iron, this marvel was endowed with moving fingers, adjustable joints, and locked grips, so advanced in its design and anatomical fit that it would surprise even modern engineers. With this prosthetic, Götz could brandish a sword, pen letters, and ride into battle anew. The question remains, from what well of ingenuity did such knowledge spring in the turbulent Middle Ages? Was Götz a lone pioneer, or did he tap into a repository of technological know-how since lost or buried? To see such sophisticated biomechanics in an era of blacksmiths and hand-stamped armor seems anachronistic, a flash of ancient brilliance unaccounted for by the historical record. Some mysteries have cosmic reach, speaking not just of our past, but of our relationship to the universe itself. In 1977, an astronomer at Ohio State University's Big Ear Radio Observatory noticed a strange anomaly, a brief, powerful, narrowband radio burst, lasting exactly 72 seconds and coming from the direction of Sagittarius, or perhaps beyond. The astronomer circled the data and scrawled, "Wow!" in red ink, the only word that seemed to fit. This wow signal has never repeated. It signaled no known comet, star, or spacecraft. The source remains utterly unknown. Was it an errant signal from an alien probe, a burst of static from far beyond our solar system, or merely cosmic noise? For a moment, it was as though the universe, so often silent and indifferent to human existence, had whispered something to us, something we can't decipher, and that may never be heard again. If celestial riddles are vast, some human mysteries strike at the very foundation of our bodies and minds. In the 1920s, across the Soviet Union, an epidemic of sleep inexplicably swept through towns and villages. Men, women, and children alike would slip into days-long trances, deep, unnatural slumber from which they woke with no memory, suffering hallucinations and bodily tics. Doctors called it encephalitis lethargica, and for a while it seemed a grim new plague had arrived. But as suddenly as it appeared, the sleeping sickness receded. Pathologists scoured blood samples and brain tissue for evidence, an elusive virus perhaps, or a new bacteria. But none could be found. In the years since, there have been no adequate explanations. Was it an environmental toxin, mass psychogenic illness, or even, some whisper, a byproduct of secret experimentation lost in the vaults of Soviet archives? The epidemic's vanishing act is perhaps its deepest wound. It left no trail and no root, only questions sleeping in the dark. All these mysteries, as intricate as they are, pale before the greatest unknown in modern science: dark matter. Peer out into the night sky, and you see only a fraction of what exists. Galaxies spin, stars orbit, and clusters of cosmic dust swirl according to laws that our physics can only half explain. Something, unseen and undetectable by our telescopes, makes up the majority of the universe's mass, over 80% of it. We call it dark matter, but that name is merely an admission of ignorance. It does not emit, absorb, or reflect light. It barely interacts with known forces except gravity. It's the scaffolding of the universe, invisibly shaping galaxies, clusters, and the grand cosmic web. Yet after decades of searching, through underground detectors, high-energy colliders, and cosmic surveys, we have failed to touch, trap, or even glimpse it directly. Dark matter could be made of undiscovered particles, primordial black holes, or something so exotic we have no name or theory for it. It could be swirling through this very room as you listen, not felt, not seen, except in the vast ballet of the stars above. The invisibility of dark matter challenges the very definition of knowledge, forcing us to confront that the universe is structured and controlled by forces we have only just begun to suspect. So we stand in awe at the Taos hum that's perhaps in our heads or perhaps deep in the earth, at flocks of birds felled by the invisible, at books that whisper in languages we can't decode, at planes that vanish without a trace in a modern world, at ancient machines and monoliths carved in ignorance of their true sophistication, at a knight's hand that grips both sword and mystery, at signals from the stars, and at plagues of sleep and the swirling darkness that wraps the cosmos itself. Which of these mysteries stirs something inside you? Which makes you wonder, how much do we truly know and how much waits behind the veil, ready to surprise, unsettle, or astound us? Some say time and science will resolve every enigma. The secrets of Taos will one day be measured. The fate of the crows will be autopsied in molecular detail. A super-intelligent algorithm will unpeel the Voynich manuscript. A new search, deeper and wider, will find MH370 at the bottom of the ocean. Archaeologists will unearth the blueprints of ancient machinery. A serendipitous alignment of sun and stones will reveal the balls of Costa Rica for what they were. The secrets of Götz's iron hand will be rediscovered. Pulsars and cosmic radio bursts will sketch out galactic Morse code. Viral genomes will explain the sleep epidemic. And someone, somewhere, will find a way to hold a piece of dark matter in their hand and say, "Here's the universe's hidden mass." But maybe, just maybe, the real value of a mystery is not its solution, but the way it pushes us to imagine, explore, and redefine what is possible. For every question answered, new ones blossom. The Taos hum might teach us about consciousness and perception, the crows about the fragility of life, the Voynich manuscript about the depth and flexibility of language, MH370 about the limits of control in a world of uncertainty, the Antikythera mechanism about the cycles of knowledge and forgetting, the Costa Rica spheres about ancient relationships to space and time, Götz's hand about the power of resilience and invention, the wow signal about our search for companionship in the vastness above, and dark matter about our humility in the measureless universe. Human curiosity thrives on what we do not understand. We build machines to see further, peer wider, and probe deeper. We invent languages and logics. We recall the vanished, piece together the broken, and dream up new ways to account for the shadows at the edge of our perception. The world may be filled with unsolved riddles and inscrutable secrets, but everyone is an invitation, a curtain fluttering in the window, beckoning us to look closer, think harder, and never be content with the easy answer. So, as you listen and consider these unexplained whispers and wonders, ask yourself, what else remains out there, just beyond the reach of explanation? Do we stand at the edge of knowledge, or is there still so much more waiting, hidden in the noise, the silence, the shadows, and the light? If stories like these capture your mind and leave you hungry for resolution, or for more questions, know that you are not alone. Curiosity is what brings us together across generations and continents, linking the villagers of Taos, the watchers of the skies, the keepers of strange old books, and the seekers who probe the darkness of both the physical and the metaphysical world. In a universe where so much remains hidden, sometimes the greatest adventure is simply asking, what lies beyond what we see? And sometimes the next great mystery is closer than you think, maybe right around the corner, or even quietly resonating within your own mind.